Artie Critter Podcast.
You would have said, Dad, sit down. I got something to say. What are you going to do?
Boy,
We got
do
a black
not repeat that line to people. When it's filtered through Mount Boredom
Oh,
and
come
erupts.
on.
Dan, do we have Mount Boredom, by the way, Dan?
Yes.
Oh, let's hear it. But wait, I'll explain. Wait a minute. Oh, there's the Hank's son who's not a heroin addict. That's Colin, right?
Oh.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, the one, you see, the one that Tom Hanks has a couple of sons. And Artie Critter Podcast, by the way, Mario Bosco
What's
is here.
up?
What? Wait a minute. Did you practice like a cool, what was that, like a hip hop? Like you just went, what's up? Did you practice that?
Yeah.
Did someone coach?
What's up?
Is that how you're going to, when I say Mario Bosco's here, is that how you're going to say, like, because you usually just go, hey, I don't know, my mic don't work.
No, today my mic works fine.
So let's hear what's up. Let's hear it.
What's up?
Oh, my God, how terrible. So I want to go, hey, Dan's here. What's up, buddy? And Mario Bosco's here.
What's up?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's the Bensonhurst
I'll
guy.
tell you what's down is your Q rating. You know what that is, a Q rating? It's how likable you are.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my curating.
Your what?
The Keurig. The coffee pot is curating.
Let Mount Boredom has to erupt. I'm Mount Boredom. Oh, the lava's filled with Mario Bosco anecdotes. Wait, don't shut it. That's perfect. Great job. All right, let me explain what it is. Let's explain the evolution of this. When Mario speaks, he's first of all he's a friend. Mario's a family member. Let me tell you something about Mario. I would do anything he needed as a family member. He's as close to me as family. Dan is as well.
Dan's the best.
Where did that fucking passive aggressive bullshit come? What do you want from Dan? You want something from Dan?
Yeah.
So what is
He
it?
wants me to turn off the air conditioner, but it's getting too hot.
No, fucko. No, it's my fucking show. It's always going to be 2 degrees in here. You know what it is? Here's the rule with the Lang family. You understand? Air conditioning from Easter to Thanksgiving. You don't like it, fuck off.
I didn't say I wanted
You were about to.
hear
I
what-
love Dan. What's that
No,
about?
I was going to say if you could get me a ticket for Wednesday.
What's Wednesday?
Wednesday.
The,
What's Wednesday?
what's this, the event?
Don't tell me you're talking about the Mets and the Giants.
No, I don't give a shit about the Mets and the Giants.
Nah, he's a fruit. He doesn't like sports. What?
Oh, talking about the event at the Friars Club.
What event?
Richard Lewis.
It ain't this Wednesday.
It ain't this Wednesday. It's in a couple of weeks.
You are such
I
a
thought
dick.
it was this Wednesday.
No.
You just come. I'll tell people you're, you're my. You know what? I'll put you I'll tell people you're my Ashate case. You come with me, all right? It's just whatever. You don't need a fucking thing. Just don't bother Dan. Dan's got enough to do with shit.
Well, thank
Honestly, I don't bug Dan with shit.
Well-
Because Dan's so generous and free with his time that he won't even tell me about it. By the way,
But I want you to say Gilbert Gottfried got you the ticket. Don't say Artie did.
yeah, is that what happened? Yeah, explain. What happened there? Did he really do that to me? He did, right? What happened? Explain it.
I just don't want him walking around.
Did he say Gilbert Godfrey got him a ticket when I did?
No.
I'm trying to unravel Dan's logic. So what? So wait a minute. So Mount Boredom. What were we about to? Were you going to say something, Mario?
No.
Okay. So whenever Mario speaks, it really is like a. I originally said it was like a spigot of dullness. like we usually have a good time on the show, and we get a lot of laughter.
Yes, we
Oh
do.
look, there's Peel. He's got the arrow in his quiver.
And he's still got the zits on his face.
Peel from Key and Peele. Let's just see the scene if he uses the arrow. Peel from Key and Peele, who, my fellow Mad TV person. By the way, Mad TV listed people. Where are they now? I'm not kidding. I'm not even on the list. Oh, here, wait. This is Peel. Peel and Ed Helms.
Spent the last 2 months building this thing. We took her out this morning for the first time. Holy moly.
Fun?
No, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was fun. That's a go-kart. G-Man, get over here.
What, now they know black people now? This is so retarded. There's no blacks in the first one.
No.
Right, you know what I mean?
was
Like, why
the
would they know
80s.
black people? Why would they know black people? everything's like a Coors Light commercial.
And the
This feel.
I don't even know how to explain. I can't even have a word for it. There's an ineffable feeling of camaraderie that doesn't go away. It's like being in the comedic Marine Corps. and so
Dan,
and
stop
it is.
that,
And
please.
I
Stop.
say Marine Corps in
Okay,
particular
stop,
because
stop. Again,
the
we have to explain this. It's so funny. It's so. First of all, I'm watching. Yeah. Again, I'm not racist. Let me preface this. I'm not a racist person. I'm not. Is there anything wrong? I'm like Malcolm X. Do you understand? Is there anything wrong with wanting them to stay like with, does Ed Helms pop up in fucking South Central? I mean the movie South Central, not the neighborhood. I'd love for him to pop up in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like why do they have to know black people? Why? There's one black guy in the first one when they get lost in East St. Louis.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
Thank you, Mary.
I do.
Yeah. Here's the line he has. You ready?
Yes.
Here's what I was brought up on. Shut up, Mary. Here's what I was brought up on. Chevy Chase in the family truckster takes a wrong exit, and he goes into East St. Louis, very black neighborhood. It's where Red Fox is from. And he gets lost, and everybody's scared. You couldn't do this scene now. You couldn't do it now because the kids get scared. What are they scared of? The black people. Not every black person. Just they get scared of Italians too. If they were, lucky. If you saw Lucky Luciano in 1908, you'd probably lock the door. Do you understand? Do you get it?
They're scared of Mario and
Right, exactly. I'd be scared to death of the St. Gennaro Street. You know why? Because Mario's a everybody. They don't change the oil. They don't change the oil as Apple.
You're right. They don't.
And that kills people just like guns, just like
I
Glock.
always say.
That's our Glock, the oil.
I always say the best day to come to the feast is the first day.
Shut his mouth. Mount Boredom. Let Mount Boredom go.
Because
Mount Boredom is erupting.
no, because
So we
it's
changed it to
true.
Mount Boredom, and it's like Mario is like a volcano of boredom, and he erupts sometimes. I was telling a story, and he erupted. Here's Mount Boredom. What is this?
I have no clue.
I asked Dan for Mount Boredom, and a Bay City Rollers song came on.
Ooh, I love the Bay City Rollers.
No, that was the Beatles, actually.
Dan, what's going on? Okay, here's Mount Boredom erupting. Okay, tell your story. Oh my God!
That was a huge explosion.
Oh my God, Mary! Oh, you never know what's gonna explode.
What happened at the Kimmel party again? Tell us.
Wait. Now, what was this? What did he interrupt me for? What did he say?
I wanted a ticket to the Richard Lewis side.
You want a ticket to the Friars Club? Here's Mount Boredom. No, Dan. Just Mount Boredom. Just Mount Boredom. Okay, then when I point to you every time, just hit that. Have it ready. All right, stop. So basically, we just noticed that I love Mario, but I just noticed it was dull when he spoke, and it interrupted me all the time. So we said it was a spigot, like a fountain of boredom, and then it became a volcano. And every time you speak, only if it's boring. And
We were working on a post show,
Right,
and it came out.
Not every time you speak. Not every time you speak.
You told me to save it for the show.
No, not every time you speak. But if I think when you speak it's interrupting us for boredom, then we'll have it erupt. You can erupt. All right. So just let me just finish. So the black people. Here's the line in the first movie. Chevy Chase gets off in the bad neighborhood. They lock their doors. You couldn't lock your doors now as a joke. You couldn't. You just couldn't. So Chevy Chase sees a guy. He goes, "Oh, there's a nice guy. I'll just ask him for directions." Chevy Chase goes, "How do I get back on the freeway?" The guy goes, "Fuck your mother." And Chevy Chase goes, "Thank you." And the way the guy delivers the "fuck your mother" line, oh my God, that was his arrow in his quiver. Fuck your mother.
That must have been his 15 minutes of fame.
Fuck. At any time it can erupt. It's so dangerous, and it doesn't have to be a long speech. It could be like a few words, and everything gets boring. Thank you. All right. So basically, Peele from Key and Peele, who were on Mad TV after me, What did I do to people? What did I do to people? Do you realize, besides those two shitheads, I might be I am the most famous guy from the show. If you count Twitter followers, thank you. But the sketch I came up with was the most popular sketch in the first 5 years. I'm the only reason people fucking remembered it when I would bring it up on the Stern Show. I'm in the original cast of the show. If you watch it, you saw my name is there. So I had a problem with blow and whores, degenerate gambling, and I brought it to the studio. That's right, I brought my dark life to the studio. And I went, I had some issues. But I got enough good shit on the air to where, I get in the movies, and then I get on a sitcom, and then I get on the Stern Show, and I keep the legend alive. Mad TV. Preparation.
Preparation H.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Dan,
Come on, Dan, press the button.
Dan, what are you doing? All right, that was a small one. Small eruption. They're not always big. I got the comedic timing in here. It's unbelievable. So I honestly, all they did was list the people on the show. They made a list of the people. What are they doing now in a magazine? I appear to be the only cast member in 14 years that's not on the list.
God.
What did I do? Do you realize the high school I went to? Here's how controversial I must be. Here's how much of an outlaw I am. And I kind of wear this as a badge of honor. The high school I went to has a Union High Hall of Fame. I'm not in it. What?
I think we have to go through the people who are.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. There's one guy more famous. And arguably right now, I may have surpassed him. I may be more relevant. Ray Liotta.
Oh, you're way past him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, he's in one of the best movies of all time. But I'm 8.5 years on the best show of all time. You could argue. You might be right there. I would say me and Ray Liotta are at the mall. Who's more people recognize him?
Oh, you.
You.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Then we'll go with me then. Okay. So, I'll give you the other people. There's a baseball player who played for the Mets and the Yankees, batted .320 for the Mets, I believe, in 1976. Elliot Maddox, black guy. Am I more famous than Elliot Maddox?
Yes.
Yes.
He also converted to Judaism.
I think you're more famous than Greg Maddox.
You might be right. Okay. Robert Wool. Being the fact that he asked to get on the show, am I more famous than Robert Wool?
Yes.
Yes. I don't even know who this fucking Robert Wool is.
Thank you. He's a friend of mine.
Well,
Okay. There's a football player who has a ring. He was on the special teams. I'm going to go through the people in it. He was on the special teams, the punt return team for the 1982 Redskins, who won the Super Bowl. His name's Larry Cuban. He was in the NFL for about 2 years, has a ring with the 82 Redskins. The question on the table, am I more famous than Larry Cuban?
yes, you are.
The
Absolutely.
coup? Yes, you're more famous
Okay,
than the coup.
the coup. Hey, coup d'etat.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. There was a guy grew up around the block from me, 5 years older than me, I believe. Italian kid. He was on the Detroit Lions from about 1979 to 1981. Dave Daddio, number 44. He's a running back. The question on the table:
You are.
am I more funnier? Shut up, Mario. Shut up. Am I more famous than Dave Daddio?
Yes.
Dan, answer before him, please. Do you
Yes.
understand what's going on here? Okay. It's a serious question. Answer. What are you Googling?
I'm not Googling anything.
Well, just answer me. I'm asking you these questions, not Mario. I don't care what Mario thinks. I do. I'm sorry. Okay. Dave Daddio.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Calm down, Mario. Calm down. Again, Mario, it doesn't erupt unless I point to you. Do not improvise with Mount Boredom.
He's pointing at me.
I'm not.
No, Mario is.
Yeah, no. What's with Dan? You can't resist? Ignore him. literally act as if I put a duffel bag on that chair. Okay? Do I have to get this nasty? Act as if I put a duffel bag on the chair. That yawns.
Sorry.
Okay? Are we clear?
Clear.
Not with you, Dick. Dan, are we clear?
Crystal.
The duffel bag doesn't talk.
This one does.
It might talk. Oh, yeah, no kidding. I know that. This one talks and takes an Uber
Which you owe me
for $400. Yeah, fuck off. I'm not giving you shit. How's that sound? You ain't giving me dick. You ain't getting dick. Fucking sue me. What do we owe you for? Why? How do I owe you for it?
Because he told me to take the car here so that I
told
could
you?
be here in
I
time.
told him tonight because it was so late.
I guess what? We're fucking with you. You're paying for it yourself. Look, what would happen if we didn't pay you?
What am I going to do? I'm
Are
going
you
to
in
make a
the
phone
mafia?
call. I'm going to make a phone call.
Do you realize there's show business and show business and the mafia have two things in common? You can't get in either one.
Oh, I could get.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm really scared because the one you're not in is definitely show business. All right. Yeah. The mafia's had a lot of downfalls. For $200, someone's making a phone call. I'll make another phone call. When the guy gets you, I'll give him $400 to kill you. Case over. Yeah. So okay, and I'm going to say that's about it. Wait a minute. Who else is in? Okay. In 1936, there was a guy.
Dr. Jonas Salk.
Dan, please. I want you to make it up for
Barry
you.
Williams?
Make it up for you, Matt Boredom. For Jonas Salk. All right, so that was a small one. Jonas Salk. Wow. The crowbar of comedy. All right. 1936, another colored guy was on the 1936 track and field Olympic team with Jesse Owens, and came in like third. But it was a big deal because I was against Hitler's team that Jesse Owens. But Jesse Owens was in fact the big star, and the guy's name was Ulysses Peacock. I'm not kidding. He was on the track and field, a black guy from Vauxhall, and is okay. Am I more famous than Ulysses Peacock?
Yes.
Yes.
Why is a duffel bag always quicker than you? All right, so you're thinking about it?
No, it's
Not you, shithead. Dan is thinking about it. You're quick. All right. I'm gonna say that's about it, guys. I'm gonna say that's about it.
I was sitting
For positive stuff, there's two black kids that set a house on fire. I'm not kidding. They were no, that was the other black kid. Okay. There was a black kid who was a bit of a kleptomaniac. No, not kleptomaniac, pyromaniac. When you like fire?
Pyro.
Yeah, he set the stain room on fire with people in it. And then I got him famous amongst our friends. And then he somehow got out of the rap for that of arson, and then he graduated somehow, and we heard that he had burnt. He's doing, I think, life for that.
You're more famous than him.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. I don't want to say it, though. Another kid is on death row for blowing his wife's head off in Fort Lauderdale.
You're more famous than him.
Thought she was cheating. Am I more famous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Pepe Chimpers who's laminate in Brazil?
Fuck is that?
Pepe Chimpers is a kid. Again, there's a different time. Politically incorrect nicknames. Like fat guys were tiny. My best friend had a limp. He had a birth defect where his foot was bad, and we called him Footer. He was fine with it. Actually, he was crying at the prom last time I saw him.
Oh, God.
I guess I'm more famous than him. More famous than Footer. But Pepe Chimpers was a half Puerto Rican, half black kid, looked exactly like a chimpanzee. I mean, exactly like one. And he was always on blow. So we called him Pepe Chimpers. And a friend of mine said to me recently, I said, how are all those guys? And he said, Pepe Chimpers is laminate in Brazil. I said, what happened to Pepe Chimpers? Because I know Pepe Chimpers, he had a gang of guys who would break into windows, park cars, and back in the mid to late 80s, the passports and escorts, the stuff that, the radar for the cars, they were easily stolen, and you could just fence them easy because that they would work, even when you broke them. And these guys would go. They were very bold. They would go to the courtroom parking lot after getting the rain for something else. And there was a gang. One guy was Sticky Elbow. Sticky Elbow got arrested and caught AIDS from getting fucked in the ass in
In the can?
Railway State. Yeah, and he got it in the can of the can.
Got the can.
And he died of AIDS. Boy, that's a tough one for your mom. Like, that's really a disappointing child. How's Tony doing? Yeah. Instead of college, he robbed a bank and went to
the can.
got 7 to 10 years for armed robbery. Yeah, how was he out on? No, actually, he was raped in prison and caught AIDS and died. Just came from his funeral. Oh, that's great. How's your son doing? He's pre-law. Peppy Chimpers, though, got big into crime. He moved to Florida and started this scam where, how stupid are people? I guess older people. He would say to people, I have rare coins. Send me $2,000. They'd send him $2,000. And guess what? He didn't have rare coins. So, I mean, really, really bad stuff across state lines. Got a broad in the car that's kidnapping, driving through backyards, knocking over mailboxes, across state lines. That's a man act. I don't think he's got a license. How's that for high digs? And so he landed it. He fucking got. I mean, this is not a bright kid. He got to somehow got on a raft and made it to Cuba or something, and eventually to Brazil.
He should have just had William Devane do the commercials.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to erupt it for that.
I say word.
Mount Boredom going off. No, it's just Dan. Dan can also. You guys are dual volcanoes. I stopped thinking. I'm Mount Funny. No, of course. I can't. Mine aren't old gems either, but you try to make them interesting. I want you to be either funny or racist. That's the rule of the podcast.
Funny.
Well, you're neither at this point. Actually, off air, you're one thing.
Can I say one thing? I think we have some business to discuss. We have to make a phone call to somebody.
Oh, Christ. Okay, please stop. Please stop. All right, so that's all. That's it. So would you say...
You should be in the Hall of Fame at Union High School.
Would you say, based on who I just told you is in the Hall of Fame, would you say there should be maybe a statue of me?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm trying to think. There's like we had a bunch of black and Italian kids who were pretty good at baseball and football.
And you got all your credits, right?
What do you mean all my credits?
It's high school, because sometimes they use that as the little, the little catch. Well, he missed his last semester of so and so.
They gave me a diploma.
Yeah, but
I wasn't allowed I was not allowed at the graduation.
Oh, fuck that. You're done. No statue.
But no, they gave me they gave me a diploma.
They gave me
But I don't know where it is. Nobody gives a fuck if they gave you a diploma.
They gave me one to get out of school and don't come back again.
Boy, it's active today. Very active. Mount Boredom. Mount Bosco. Mount Bosco of Boredom. Thank you, Dan. That was a bigger one. So, so, I mean, again, I don't care about shit like that. I don't care about shit like that, but I guess I do. I don't know. I'm not in my high school Hall of Fame. That is a hostile move. You're right. I guess maybe, but I did graduate. I had to go to summer school. And I got into Union County College to hustle pool. So how could I have gotten in? That's what I mean. I got in a county college.
Yeah, if you got in there, then
right.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, instead of a statue, has Johnny Hollywood ever reached you to put a star in Hollywood Boulevard for you?
Well, no, I guess but you got to pay $10,000. That's literally that's literally a bribe.
It's $525 now.
Yeah. Well, for you, it's probably 80.
I would love one.
What would you say you did? I mean, you can't even spin. What would you say you did? You're in Studio 54 for 2 seconds, and you don't have a line. What would you say you did?
I did a lot.
Like what?
I did Bullet, Studio 54, The Hard Way.
Yeah, but did you have any lines?
NYPD
Don't
Blue.
point at me.
Did you have any lines?
Yes, I had lines.
No, you didn't.
I had more lines than you did in your life.
I don't know what you're talking about. Explain the logic behind that ridiculous statement.
Coke lines.
Oh, Coke lines. So that's wrong, though. I've done way more Coke lines, though. So I've done more actual acting lines than Coke, meaning your joke on every level is wrong. There's not
Well,
one
I
aspect
actually-
of that joke that makes any sense.
I have a joke.
Go ahead.
So this guy graduates from rehabilitation because he was in rehab. And he finally comes home. Come on,
Oh, this is a rough one. No, actually, we're going to get the kids out of the way.
let me finish my joke.
Well, no, it's happening. Oh, my God, it's violent.
Animals are running.
Mount Boredom is erupting.
Okay, so he comes home from rehab, right?
Sometimes you think it's done, and it goes, it's a
Come on.
aftershock.
I second that eruption.
Whoa! It's violent. It
My
actually,
joke.
see, sometimes it's just a story,
Come
but
on,
there's a
is
joke in
good-
this one.
This one's a good joke that I wrote.
I guarantee you, Mario, there's nothing even close to as funny as Mount Boredom erupting. Oh, the humanity! All right, calm down. You know what? It's calming down. Good.
So this guy comes home from rehab.
Look at him. Look at he's giving. Look at him. You're missing him giving. Don't hit the button.
Yeah, no,
So
no.
about 5 weeks later, his wife makes an emergency call to the doctor. He says, Doctor, my he's back to the old ways. He's back to the old situation. Doctor goes, well, at least...
Mount Boredom! Oh, what are you running from? Mount Boredom is erupting. Oh, my God, is he telling a joke? Yeah, oh!
So, she calls
Ah,
the
that makes me
doctor.
laugh so hard.
She says, Doctor, my husband is drinking more now than he ever did before. He goes, well, at least he's staying hydrated.
Oh my God, was it the hydrated joke? Yeah, this happened one other time. Remember, Boschetti was telling us about his weekend that time.
How come you don't play any stuff from Bullshitting?
That is terrible. That was the worst joke I've ever heard in my life.
No, it wasn't. The guy came out of rehab.
Okay, listen.
He was doing
So,
good. And it
again, Mad TV. Well, there's not even a. This is definite hostility. Mad TV won't. Mad TV is apparently denying I was on the program.
But they called 1,000 times for you to be on the reunion show.
Guess why? Because I'm the only guy who got any press. I'm the only guy who could be on the Tonight Show, or any fucking show. I mean, I'm the only one. They're denying I was on the show. I'm on the show as a regular. I was making $7,500 a week. They must really think I'm disgusting. Maybe it's the Kerry Champion stuff. Okay, well, listen. So I should be in the United Hall of Fame according to you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
I swear to God, there's nobody else. There's nobody else. Robert Wool. Oh wait, there's a Robert Wool, Leota. Is there somebody else? Oh, Jeff Ross.
Well, you're more famous than Jeff Ross.
I don't know. I'm not. He's on.
If you don't have cable, and I think Jeff is really funny. If you don't, when I mentioned 4 or 5 times after he had been on the podcast, if you don't have cable, but more people know you from Elf.
Right.
No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think you're wrong.
They don't know my name. Jeff is on Comedy Central all the time.
But if you don't, a lot of people don't have cable.
A lot of people don't watch comedy.
Yeah.
Well, he's not just on
200,000
Comedy. He's not
I know,
just
but-
on Comedy Central.
I think you're way more funny.
Okay, but wait a minute. Listen. Okay, but you guys are being nice. But okay, just say he is. If he is, it's not by much. And say he's in. I'm not even sure he's in because he didn't go to the high school. But he was there like the 9th grade. Say he's in. I should be in anyway. I mean, I should be in. You know.
Wait a minute. If he didn't go to the high school, he can't be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he went. That's right. You're right. So he's in. Did he go to high school? No, he did
No,
not.
he moved away or something, right?
He did not go to high
Yeah.
school. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But still, I don't think.
All right, well,
and-
you're right. They didn't go to high school, so the point is moot.
I think
But the Mad TV is worse in the sense that they don't say I was on the show. In other words, basically what they did was we're going to list people who were on the show in alphabetical order. I'm not in it. I'm not in the L's. Maybe it's because of the story. Christina Applegate hosted once, and I'm not proud of this, but it's in the book. And God, she was sexy. This is 1996. Christina Applegate, holy living fucking. I was in a Jeopardy sketch. Every sketch on a comedy show spoofs Jeopardy at some point. So we're spoofing Jeopardy, and I was supposed to do this character who was in a mental institution. I'm in a straitjacket next to her. But I guess it got laughs. But she's in it, and she was over it. I could tell she was over show business. This was right after she would do her anti-drug dance at the Viper Room when what's his face died.
Keanu Reeves.
No, he's alive. Shit face. We're gonna have another volcano called Mount Wrong Answer. Did I point to you? No.
No, he's
No, no, it's not Keanu Reeves. River Phoenix died.
River Phoenix, right?
Keanu Reeves is alive. Jesus
Sorry.
Christ. What if Keanu's family listens? Perry Reeves died. Easy, Fred Norris. Okay, with the so okay. So, what was I saying? What was I just talking about?
We were talking about how Jeff Ross,
Not Jeff Ross.
Mad TV.
Mad TV, how they said you were.
Maybe it was the Christina Applegate thing.
Okay, Christina. Thank you, Christina Applegate. All these eruptions. So, so I had to rehearse with her quite a bit, and she would come to in this one sketch we'd rehearse, and she was sexy. She would wear like these spandex black pants, no bra. And she when River Phoenix died, apparently we're friends. She would do her anti-drug dance at the at the Viper Room. The catch was, I believe she was on drugs.
No.
I believe so. The only way she could do the dance was to be on drugs. But she was very vocal about it. The Viper Room is just littered with pills, and I'm doing every Saturday night. I'm doing an anti-drug dance. And there was a picture over in the LA Times. She looked retarded. She looked like Stevie Nicks on Molly, talking to Joe Walsh and her father, trying to get money in the backstage. Like literally, she was doing like the witch thing. It looked like Stevie Nicks doing the witch thing. Yeah. That Christina Applegate, sexy as hell. And the more stupid shit she'd say, the hotter she would be. Anti-drug dance. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so fucking hard. Say something else ridiculous. Fred Stoller said that he did the show. He did the show Jesse, and she would make everybody, including the co-stars, the guest stars, do a circle of prayer.
Oh,
she
God.
got born again, and they'd pray.
Yeah, okay.
They made Fred Stoller pray. He'd go, I don't know. I don't care about God. No, you have to pray. Christina, I don't give it. I don't care. Is that all right? I mean, so, and apparently he's right. Nothing's making Jesse funny. Nothing. I think he didn't die for that sin. So, he's on the cross going, nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I could do about it. I'm not bugging my father with that one. Dad, don't bring up Jesse. Okay. You're going to ask me if the show Jesse can be funny? Yeah, I'm not. Just get on. Move on. Let's work on civil rights.
They know not what they write.
That's for sure. So Christina Applegate's on the show, and my dressing room, we didn't have trailers. I had a dressing room that was, because it was like we did that show at Red Mar Studios, which was on Cahuenga off Melrose, and it was a real cool old part of Hollywood, like a classic part of Hollywood. And Red Mar Studios was where they shot I Love Lucy. And I was lucky with the sound stages, because a couple years later, Stage 12 at the Warner Brothers lot, where we did the Norm Show, was where they did Casablanca. I mean, Hollywood's got that real history. So, and all these bungalows where the writers' rooms were, and the accounting office that I go to in withdrawals demanding my check, is where I guess supposedly Desi Arnaz fucked all these chicks, behind Lucy's back. Oh, it's so great. And so she's the dressing area. The wardrobe department was right next to my dressing room. So she's a foot. Like, the only thing between us is I'm reading my script, memorizing my Jeopardy changes, the goldenrod color. They would change the color of the pages every time they made a script. So it's like white, blue, goldenrod. If you got the goldenrod, you're in trouble. So I'm reading the goldenrod changes on the Jeopardy sketch. And I hear them talking. I hear Christina Applegate talking to the wardrobe lady, and who's very loud, nice but loud. So you should do this, Chris. I think I like, she's like, yes. For Jeopardy, what do you think about? Yeah, I guess. Like, so I'm thinking of her and her anti-drug dance, and I'm thinking of River, and I go right up to the door, and I hear them. The only thing between me and this wardrobe woman is, a door, a really thin door, like made out of balsa wood. And I got a hard on, and I needed friction. My hand wasn't working. I had no lube or Vaseline. So I get down. I do the thing where you fuck the bed, but I had no bed. So I put one of the cushions from the couch down on the hard carpet, and I'm fucking the pillow. And my head is hitting the door sometimes, like I'm next door to them, hitting the bedboard at a cheap motel. And I couldn't change my angle because I really wanted to come. Like, I have to come. And I fucked the shit out of this pillow while they're trying on clothes. Oh. While she's doing a fitting. And every once in a while, the wardrobe woman would take her kids. She had 7-year-old kids. They'd yell something. And I'm like, shut up. Shut up. I'm not Sandusky here. I'm receding like a turtle. Shut up. The woman would say something sometimes. The stupid wardrobe woman, like, no, I don't care. Don't share an anecdote with her. I need to fucking get a release here, man. I'm reading the goldenrod changes. I got a goldenrod. So my cock starts to bleed. Oh, my cock is. I'm not wearing a rubber. I mean, a pillow can't get pregnant. And then I'm thinking, what is this pillow? I'm thinking like, I think the Carlos Mencia was in the dressing room. I'm surprised he didn't steal the pillows. But they didn't have jokes written on them. So I'm fucking the pillow, and I was like, I finally come. It took me about 15, 16 minutes. I slapped it to fucking Christina Applegate. She was right there. And this is how hot she was. All she needed to do was go, yeah, I guess, I guess I'll wear these. That's all she said. What you're hearing is an abrupt change. You can't hear. How long was that there, the first part of the show? 30. Oh, that's great.
I screwed it up.
You forgot your own mic.
37. Well, that's.
What?
Maybe that's a.
37 minutes?
Yes. 37 minutes.
And I'll tell you what happened. I don't want to throw my buddy under the bus. Mario had a hissy shit fit. And really terrible.
And he apologized. He sent chocolates and
he was out of control. He's yelling at Dan and kept saying that Dan was laughing at him and he's funny. And I kept trying to tell him, Mario, you're funny. You're one of the funniest guys. And of course that's bullshit. But he lost it. Very embarrassing. And I said, listen, we won't air it. And we're not going to air this. I can't. It's too embarrassing for you. It's going to cost you work. You know what's costing you work, Mario? Work. So what happened was we had to ask him to leave last night, and I called him. I'm a good friend. I called him. And how you doing? And he's like, "Fuck you," and lashing out. The anger of a misspent life. Selling, and a lot of talented kid. I'm trying to think of some of the talents I can. But, yeah. Listen, if you want a witty remark, you go to me. If you want a Twix bar, you go to Mario. Now, when that all hits you like a ton of bricks in life, it's like Ben Affleck says in Good Will Hunting in the classic scene where Matt Damon says he's going to stay there and be a day laborer instead of solving codes for the fucking missile direct system out of NASA. Pulling in about $2 million a week for that one. Doing something that comes as natural as most people picking their twat. Yeah, he's gonna stay. He's gonna stay with his Southie boys and fucking take cinder blocks, throw them off the ledge of a fucking abandoned fucking Prudential building outside of Beantown. Yeah, yeah, the town de Beano. Yeah, yeah. That's what he's got to do. And Affleck has to lay down the law. And Betty Affleck in an acting moment we didn't think would be possible. An acting moment we didn't realize we were seeing just the beginning of a career that would include incredible romantic love scenes with Liv Tyler and Armageddon. There's one shot that Michael Bay could only shoot himself as a romantic director. Yeah. Betty Affleck and Liv Tyler. I tell you feel like you're a part of them. My Dennis Miller is lapsing into like some sort of Paul Lynde. Okay. Hunter Pence is high. Pants are just a bit high. Is that saying he's high too? I don't understand it.
He's an odd player.
An odd player who fucking gets ridiculously odd hits.
Yes, he does.
They are weird looking his hits. You're right.
Yep.
They don't look like a traditional, like, Pete Rose style.
Yeah, it's almost like his bat puts a different spin on the ball or something.
Yeah,
there.
it's called cheating. It's called angel dust. These kids with the long hair, man, they think they're cool. What band do they want to be in? When you had long hair in 1975, you wanted to be in Aerosmith or pre-Run DMC Aerosmith, okay, by the way. Who do these guys want to be? The Jonas Brothers? I don't get it.
And with the Don Johnson look on the San Francisco 49ers, those real trimmed beards.
Oh, you love it. You fucking love it. Do you like them trimmed or waxed? Oh, the Don Johnson look. Who notices that? Yeah, the San Francisco 49ers. Ooh, the Don Johnson. Have you noticed that, Ed? No. I noticed they didn't cover. They got their helmets on. What are you looking at?
What? They showed the team before they started the game.
I couldn't see. Kaepernick was kneeling. By the way, that's wearing off a bit, isn't it? Isn't it, Colin? Kaepernick. You dipshit. That's wearing off, ain't it? You got everybody kneeling now. Now nobody knows what the fuck they're kneeling for. You ask half these guys, what are you kneeling for? The cops are white. What? Yeah. The cops, what about them? Yeah, they got guns. Yeah. That's why you're kneeling? Well, we don't have guns. Yes, you do. Oh, yeah? I'm sorry. So why are you kneeling? My agent told me you could get me a Sprite commercial. Fucking dicklick. Oh, here we go. The Met fans are back, aren't they? Oh, that orange fucking retard. Just fucking sat in traffic drinking beers while I'm driving on the BQE. Oh, they're always in orange. They got the orange vest on working on the BQE during the day. They got the orange fucking Met shirt on at the game. There's never not traffic on the BQE. Right now there's traffic on the BQE. Right now. What?
When I went with Flippin to a game, it took about an hour. We had left 2 hours early. It took about an hour to go 5 blocks.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. Well, Flippin doesn't know. Flippin's a shut-in. How do you guys afford a game? How does Flippin afford?
He got him free from his. Well, he does the Met pre and post game, so he got it for free.
Oh, oh my God! Here's Flippin doing the Met pre. They fucking suck. Here's a caller.
Oh my God! You wouldn't if you read his tweets.
Here's Ed.
You wouldn't think that they were in the playoffs.
Here's Ed in Queens. Ed in Woodside. What? We got a good team this year. Fuck you. You're retarded. We don't have a good fucking team. What are you voting for, Obama? All right, that's the post game. We won 8-1. Yeah, that one run was bullshit.
That's exactly the way he is.
Oh, we need these guys.
You don't know, Dan. You don't. When I say to him, I go, "Don't get so upset. You don't know."
Oh, Dan, first of all, you know when to talk. You get upset at yourself. I'm in the other room. Dan's watching the Cub game. I think Dan's getting abducted. I thought there was a home invasion. I'm like, Dan's watching a Cub Astro game in June. A Cub Astro game in June that he doesn't have money on. A Cub Astro game. This is why I know he's not homosexual. There's no gay guy who's added to a Cub Astro game. Unless he's watching it for the dudes. He's not, though. He's really into it. Although Wrigley, the Cubs are the one team that are, I'm going to say a word here that proves gay guys might like them.
Oh, God.
Trendy. It's kind of like, it's the thing to do in Chicago. It's the thing even fruits do. Everybody, you know what I mean? It's like Yankee games.
That should be our city motto.
Well, listen, in the look at how short Terry Collins is. Terry Collins is unbelievably short. He might be 4'8". The Mets have a midget for a manager. The Mets midget manager. It's the Triple M threat. Mets midget manager. Look at how. Is there a black guy without a rap record or a fucking white guy without a beard? Oh my God. Unbelievable.
When you came home the other night, I don't
want to change the subject real quick. I don't get off on a tangent. No, you're talking about flipping going nuts. Yeah, again. Just watching a Cub Astro game by himself, and I'm in the other room, and I hear this. Whoa, Dan, you all right? No, the Cubs bunted. I thought they should have swung away. What? They bunted. I thought they should have swung away. I'm sorry. What happened again? It's the third inning. Cubs are up 5-2. Yeah, I know. But believe me, that'll fucking disappear. Believe me. An hour later. Again, I'm writing the show. I'm writing jokes for the show. I'm being work ethic is crazy. Something's got to pay the rent. And here's what I hear. Doesn't even make sense. What, Dan? What? Cubs were up 8-2, and they could have made it. They could have made it 9-2. Sorry. What? They were up by 8-2. They could have made it 9-2. There's 2 outs in the ninth. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the Cardinals, though. Cardinals, we're playing the Cardinals.
It's too bad.
It's 9-2 in the ninth, though, Dan. And then, okay, go back. Half hour later. I look at the score. 10-9, Cardinals win. That's when it's fun. Now, what were you going to say? Now, Dan, you make crazy. You realize how nuts you are.
Yes.
You make crazy. You yell at your computer sometimes. When when people ask him to do shit like Mario dismissively says, the one guy he can boss around. Hey, Dan, move that over there. And Dan does it because he's such a good guy. And I get mad for Dan. But then I got fun watching it, so I let it happen. But there's all wires. Sometimes Dan trips and he just goes, oh, fucker. Every fucking chick who rejected him, who he sheetrocked into a wall at some laundromat outside of the Windy City. That anger comes up in his laptop. Dan, your thoughts? You were going to say something?
Yeah. Not last night, but the night before, I knew you were coming home, but I didn't think you'd get home that early. And
wait a minute, that was part of my brain.
And I went into the bathroom to brush my teeth, and you walked in, and
I walked in the bathroom?
No, you walked into the living room, and I came in the living room. I came in the
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
I came in the living room, and I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was watching the Bulls-Bucks preseason game. Well, no, and then I couldn't get the...
I don't care about that, Dan. That's manly. I care about when you're watching Van Pumpertan Rules.
I do not watch Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, that was Adrian. I'm sorry. That was on my DVR. Adrian always had Van Pumpertan Rules.
I do have a couple hot chicks on that show, though, I have to say.
Of course you know the show. You used to talk with people about it. You talk about reality.
Not.
Who do you think you talk about the Kardashians with my sister? Oh, how terrible. My sister was. Dan's one of us.
I'm just glad Kim's okay. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
of course I'm not. Kim Kardashian. Listen, the fact that she is okay is great because we can goof on it. If she wasn't okay, we couldn't goof on it. But again, what just? You know what? It's so telling of this new generation. You know, I'm very happy to say that we have a great audience. Dan, could you get me a paper towel?
Yeah.
I just sneezed up my 8th grade report card and failed. I failed social studies and gym. And how do you fail homeroom? I guess I failed to rotate properly. Thank you. Thanks so much. By the way, watching the Met game on Moot. It's on Moot. James Van Gundersloot, bombshell tonight. Nancy Grace was all over James Van Gundersloot. When I was in rehab, that's all these broads watched was Nancy Grace. And I was so depressed because I had, stabbed myself on heroin 9 times. And I'm at Silver Hill in Connecticut. I was in the VIP suite, the celebrity suite, where you got... it's just you. Everybody else had to have a roommate. And there was this, oh God, I was never so scared of a guy in my life. There was a guy about 6'5", drove there in his pickup truck. And he was not in shape, but huge. Huge guy, scary too, like Captain Albano, but he'll kill you. And no charm. None of the Joe Franklin show charm. Now, Captain Lou, I understand that you just added a new character to your wrestling. I understand the new character has a pronounced chin, and yeah, that's right, Joe. Pronounced chin. Yeah, we call it pronounced chinny. Yeah. Yeah, no, we had Max von Sydow on last night, and he told me, he said to me, Joe, can you imagine the level of a brain that watching wrestling? And I answered seriously, and I said I imagine it's a well-formed brain. And then he informed me of sarcasm. I said, listen, I'm from Brooklyn. Yeah, he's being condescending, Joe. He don't like you. He don't like you. I like you. I'm a man. Thank you so much. Listen, you and you're one of the greats who comes back. You and Cosby, and yeah. I mean, I prefer if Bill wouldn't come back at this point, but he comes back. Yeah. What happened with him? Yeah, he was always Mr. Goody Two Shoes, and yeah, you look down at me for my appearance, just because I have a goatee with a rubber band around the beard, and the beard is dyed magenta. Yeah, and I'm 58 years old with hair all over my back and scars. Yeah, I understand. They did judge you for that. I did. And it's ridiculous. And I wear a dentist jacket. I understand you're not a dentist, though. Is that true? No, it's character. Well, you're wrestling character. You're a dentist. Yeah. Pull teeth and stuff. Yeah. Well, it's actually a great character. It gives you. So in other words, it gives you an excuse to pull a man's teeth. Yeah. So if the pronounced chin guy, for example, if you have the jacket, making your character a dentist. Sometimes I'm an orthodontist. Oh, so your character will apply braces sometimes to an opponent. Absolutely, that's why Superfly Schnook has braces. Oh, okay. Now, can you give out a retainer? I'm being serious because it's very fascinating. Yeah. I mean, some of the people come on the show and they're very condescending. Yeah, you're right. Bill Cosby. Yeah, quite frankly, too big for his britches. I'm so happy slavery's over. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, gee.
I know you are. I know you're very happy slavery's over. You say that to me constantly. But we're out. We go out to dinner quite a bit. As you know, I go out to dinner with all my guests, and Lou is my only guest. So we go out to dinner quite a bit. I'm just kidding. Of course, tomorrow we have Uncle Floyd, and yeah. And a man's going to set himself on fire. We're going to have that. So we appreciate you coming in, Lou. Now, do you have anything that you want to plug? Yeah, I'm going to be getting a new rubber band around my goatee. Yeah, now that's very disconcerting, actually. Does it hurt? Why would it hurt? It's hair. That's actually an excellent point. You see, that's why, I like a lot of my family. Like my family are doctors. I couldn't. Now, are you actually a dentist, Lou? Did you go to school for that? No. So you're plagiarizing a career. I mean, is that something you'd like to be known for? Or, what, are you trying to make me feel guilty? Huh, Joe? You sit here like a boob. You sit here like a boob, a Johnny Carson light. There's no need for name calling at this point. Now, yeah. Well, you're calling me out. You're making fun of mine. What are you, Joe? You judging me? No, I would never do that. You know who I judge Reinhold would, though, right? You like that joke? No, it's terrible. Okay, fine. Well, let's be friends again. I apologize. You know, I have the utmost respect for you. I know not at this point. I don't know that. No. Let's talk about how much I gushed over your performance in the Cyndi Lauper. Remember you played her father? Yeah, girls just want to have fun. Yeah, classic. Good. You know the word classic? Actually, I do. Yeah. Code went back to code classic. And, it's like, yeah. Well, what does that mean, classic? Well, it's like kind of like what a lot of people, I hope, feel about my show. It's been around a while. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. And, it's 40 years of greatness. And because that, I'm called a classic. Indeed, a classic. You're a New York Jew is what you are. And you're a New York Italian. Yeah. So let's get along. Well, it's fine with me. Now, is it true, I read on your bio, you made up a new name for New York Jews? You call them bearded New Yorkers? No. I do, yeah. But you're a bearded. You're Italian. You're a bearded. See, I'm pointing out the similarities. I'm fighting racism. Dick lick. Now, dick lick, by that you mean I lick, of course I'm straight. Also, I have nothing against, I'm one of the many people who was leaps and bounds ahead in the homosexual fight for freedom. Well, they were always free. Well, not always. I remember some in your trunk were not free to leave the trunk. Well, that was a party. Yeah, well, not for them. And also, what about the Asian boy that was decomposing in a drum in Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment? He was not free to leave. Yeah, bad example. Absolutely terrible. And the cops brought him right back. And, there you go. That's an example of the bad cops, but they're not all bad. But they were giggling about it, I think. And making homophobic remarks on the radio. I don't go for that. Of course, I don't either. To me, what put Rodney King over the top, you know what? Let me tell you something. Yeah, bring it up, Ken. What do you want? I got plenty of thoughts on that. Okay, great. We'll get to that. But I'd like to point out our drummer's African-American. Okay, fine. I'm not going to say anything derogatory. What are you putting words in my mouth for? Huh? Yeah, I mean, you got enough in your mouth. What's that mean? It's like that you're heavy set. Yeah, you're a heavy set man. All right. I thought you meant like sperm and stuff. And go back to the gay stuff. I mean, listen, I'm first to admit I'm a little heavy set. You are, but you got to bounce back and everything. I remember, let me tell you this. I remember Captain Lou Albano when he had abs. Do you understand what I'm saying? Never was the case, Dick. Like you're thinking of somebody else. Absolutely, I probably am. Now, Bill Cosby, maybe. How about what your family think about that? You having a color guy before me? Well, I don't look at it like that. I don't. I've never been a racist at all. Oh, whatever. You drive, make a right turn, a wrong turn with this guy by Yankee Stadium. You hit a clicking of the doors so quick. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, let's stop this. It's getting ugly. You've been ugly for years. Well, that's terrible. That's a terrible thing to say. It's not a great joke. Okay, let's talk to the band. No? Okay, fine. All right. Anything you have to plug? Yeah, my ears for your show being on. That was quick. All right. We'll leave out the plugs until next time. We'll do the whole thing with the making out and everything. And we are trying to find a girl who's repulsive and would like me and so on and so forth. This has been the Joe Franklin Show, Channel 9 New York, guys. Bye! It's Captain Lou Albano and nobody else. Tomorrow on the show, real quick, I'll plug it. Look at this. 90 more minutes with Captain Lou Albano. Yeah. I'm going to talk more about Thor, yeah, okay. I'm going to try to get a new Hawaiian shirt. All right. See you tomorrow. That's good.
Was he on every night?
Yeah, well, no, Monday through Friday.
Man.
Captain Lou and Joe Franklin. Again, Joe Franklin, oh God, what I like about our Twitter followers they're all kids who can't possibly know what I'm talking about. What I just did might have an audience of 2. There was a guy on local television in Manhattan and the Manhattan, New York City area. Channel 9 he was on, which is the same channel that got you the Mets games locally. Where Bob Murphy was there. Bob Murphy, brother of Jack Murphy. Oh, bye. Jack Murphy from San Diego was like the mayor or some shit. It was Jack Murphy Stadium.
Right.
It was a big deal. But Bob Murphy, his brother, was a drunkard. And again, another guy about 4'2", really short gentleman. But I grew up, if the Yankees were in a rain delay, you go over to the Mets. It's never raining in Flushing. And Bob Murphy was the greatest. When I first remember listening to a Met game in 1973, probably that because they were great that year. Again, bad seats. My grandfather sent away for tickets, the same way my father got it, and our name got called to go see a ball game. It was a different time. Bob Murphy was a guy who, when I started listening to the games in 1973, in 73 I think he was 84 years old. And he did the games up till about 2 years ago. He was one of those guys I always remember as being an old guy. And he had old guy sayings. But he was a classic. And this is going to lead up to, of course, Dan not reminding me. There's not one thing I asked you to remind me in front of me. Thank God I remembered this. What's the excuse?
You mean Cafe Society?
Where is it?
Well, I was going to bring it up.
No, you.
Yeah, I was.
Dan, please, guys, if you're hearing this, what's Dan going to bring?
I was going to bring it up.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
Dan, when? When?
At some point.
Oh, Danny. This is what I hate worse more than the mistake.
Oh, come on. I was going to bring it up. I had Cafe Society on my mind.
It's not in front of me because you push your fucking liberal agenda here. Dan, why is it not written down in front of me?
I did not write it down.
What are the other things? Go ahead. What are the other things? He doesn't know. You going to bring these up too when you thought of them?
You were going to talk about the debate.
You're so caught. No. You're so caught. Go ahead. When we bring up the other things, there were 4 things. God damn, case closed. You can't think of it. You're going to bring it up. I'm not even mad. I'm laughing at it. Well, why are you lying?
I'm not lying.
Dan,
look,
so what about the other things?
I want you to know, I just wanted to make sure that I had the movie the right name. Because I was like, oh my God, I forgot
What
the
are
name
you
of the movie.
talking about?
About Cafe Society. So I had Googled it right before we started to make sure.
What?
Forget it.
Forget it.
Okay.
I just thought of it because I was talking about Bob Murphy reminding me of something. What's the thing? Not Cafe Society. What's the thing? There's 3 other things that clearly you obviously you know in your head. You're going to bring them up.
No, this afternoon you said the Woody Allen.
No, I asked you. I asked you for 3 things specifically that they were written down somewhere yesterday. I said, don't forget, those are the things I have to, think about. So I brought up the Woody Allen thing, so you in your head, had an advantage over the lie because I gave you the answer. Okay? What are the other things you're going to bring up?
I don't remember.
So, do you want to tell me the truth now and say you forgot? It's just a mistake you made instead of covering it up?
Not on the Cafe Society.
No, Dan. You never would have brought up Cafe Society.
I'll
tell you why, because that's not what I was talking about. That's not what talking about Bob Murphy reminded me of. And if you think really hard, you'll remember the other thing I asked you to ask me to talk about related to Bob Murphy. That's not what I was talking about. Matter of fact, not what I was talking about. Something else. There's 3 things. So why are you perpetuating this? Why not just give up and say you made a mistake again?
I did make a mistake. I didn't put the sheet of paper in it, but I was waiting for the Woody Allen thing. I don't remember what the other things were.
Well, but Dan, you didn't remember what the Woody Allen thing was either until I just said it. Well, who cares about this? Why are you? Is it that important to you that you don't make a mistake?
No, but I had Googled.
People make mistakes, dude. You made a very big mistake. I was, I was off on a tangent. That's why I asked you to put it in front of me, so I go back to it. Well, what are the other things?
I don't remember.
And you wouldn't have remembered Cafe Society either.
Yeah.
Please, just admit it. What mistake did you make? Not putting it in front of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be Bob Murphy's a hint. What's the other thing I wanted to talk about?
I don't remember.
Has to do with baseball. I want to talk about Vince Scully.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That Bob Murphy reminded me of that. I don't know where Cafe Society just came from.
But we talked about it this afternoon.
I know. Vince Scully retired, see, now there's tension. There's no reason there should be tension. All you had to do is laughingly say, I made a mistake about something that's pretty non-important in the grand scheme of things. I'd rather you remember the stuff you do remember. It's more important. But I just don't understand why you just don't. I mean, this is such a mundane thing. Who cares that you forgot to put it in front of me? I mean, the fact that it happens every time it just indicates that we need, a different system. Again, there's people in my life, and I don't lump Dan. I'm not lumping Dan to this. Dan does everything for me. Believe me, you would not hear a show without Dan. Not even close. Not even, and it has to do with creative and just everything else. I wouldn't get to talk shows. Anyone who likes me on Opie, I would not be there if not for Daniel Filato. This show would not be, the people who think this show is good, and there's more than several now, believe me. As a matter of fact, I went to a little club called The Stand last night. Very clever, that has to do with stand up. You say it's The Stand.
Excellent food.
Excellent food, and I'm going to plug it. Even though I'm confused about what happened. The guys who ran it were managers as well, and there was a little conflict of interest, but not in the stand-up world. They got the job booking the Tonight Show, right? And they were managing comics and booking the Tonight Show. Anybody see a problem? They manage very funny guys, but
not if you're one of those guys. I don't see a problem.
Exactly. They were in those. A lot of the guys who happen to be on there. And guess who produces the Tonight Show? A little guy who doesn't put up with bullshit named Lorne Michaels. This is how the conversation probably went. This is how many chances you get with Lorne Michaels. Yeah. Well, okay, all you millennials in your safe space, here's a boss. You ready? All you people who don't want to be offended because you overheard someone say, black guy instead of African American from 4 miles away in your safe space while you're studying for your poli-sci exam. Okay? Get ready for the real world, because here's what a boss does. These guys fucked up once. Here's Lorne Michaels. I understand those guys are booking their own guests. Yeah, fire them. And if they want severance pay, sue them. And we have a lot of money. They don't. So just put pressure on them until their mothers are homeless.
Oh God!
Because I'm livid. Yeah, I'd like them out of the building by 2:00 this afternoon. If they're not, please, I call security, please. Actually, pay someone to confront them. And once they lunge at somebody, find we have an actor up there, actors from the improvisational group UCB. Hire them and say, I'll put them in the cast if they can pretend that one of these guys assaulted them. I'd like them out of the building without a job and under arrest for assault, which is a Class A felony. I'd like them both doing time. Yeah. I heard the guys... they've been booking their own comics. In fact, affecting a show I produce. Yeah. Yes, fire them. I'd like them both.
Man, I'd love to be on
I'd like them broke. I'd like them broke. And I'd like them arrested for a trumped-up charge we create. And I like them... I understand they both just bought an apartment on the Upper West Side. Yeah. Instead of that, I'd like them to be living at Rikers Island. That's the real world. That's the real world. The real world is Dan forgetting to put something here. And me bring it up as the brighter person. As the person who has figured out life. As the person who Dan looks up to. And Dan lying about it as if he's in the 4th grade. That is a 4th grade move. No, I just thought of it. What? Yeah. Could you imagine? He's fucking safe space. Fucking remember what I think of it. I know, Dan, this is your utopia.
No, it is not.
Dan wanted.
No,
this
it is
so-
not.
At the meetings, you were probably like, Elizabeth, you're gonna get in. You're next president, Madam President Warren.
No.
Why is it so important to you, liberals? That a woman get in? Is that important that this awful?
No, it's not.
this
Not to
evil,
me.
evil woman gets in with those chompers, those white trash chiclet fake chompers. The way she walks, so evil. She's Madam Evil. It's the way she waves. Hi, these are my chompers. Today I'm talking to African Americans. Are you African American? I like you today. You're very brave. Bye. We've got to stop getting you killed. Bye. What are we doing next? Oh, we're talking to pregnant mothers. Homeless pregnant women. Are you pregnant? Are you homeless? These are my chompers. Look at my teeth. I've got pneumonia. Did you see that debate? Took them out, didn't I? Didn't I? Hey, who am I talking to today? Victims of shootings? Oh, I care about you. I need your vote. Here are my chompers. Look at my chompers.
I'd like to see a debate between her and Ivanka Trump.
Yeah, Ivanka Trump. Freudian slip. Freudian slip. Look at my chompers. These are my big chompers. I got a dentist appointment today. Somebody's earning his money. Today I'm talking to Latin Americans. Hey, it's good to be in the barrio. I got my hair done in the barrio once. Yeah. I didn't actually. These are my chompers. Only things whiter than me are my chompers. My big chompers. Oh, yeah, here's my assistant. She shaved my pussy this morning.
Oh, God.
Good news, my pussy hair's all white. I have all gray pussy hair. All of my, her pussy hair's all gray. It's all gray, and that vag is all dried up from lack of attention.
Oh, please.
Oh, the lack of
I
attention.
didn't want to think about it.
That lack of attention that vag has had. Bill Clinton, I bet he's never even fucked her. I bet he's never even ate her out. He's never fucked her naked. He fucked her once for twice to consummate that fucking evil wedding of that fucking that match of hell. Oh, the glasses you wore in the 1978. The glasses are enormous. Enormous.
I think she gave those to Elizabeth Warren. Passed them on.
Elizabeth Warren. Hey, you're the next one. You're great. Donald Trump is too politically incorrect. You see my chompers? What are you talking about today, Elizabeth Warren? What are you getting on somebody about today? A black child, a black student at Duke beat the crap out of a white student at Duke, and he's in trouble. Apparently, the white student was minding his own business, and the black student just out of nowhere beat him up, and they put the black kid in a jail. And what we're doing is we're not looking at it the right way. What did that white kid's ancestors do to the black kid's ancestors to get that poor African-American child mad enough to beat that kid into a coma? We have the audacity to make out the African-American child the bad guy in this? Yeah, okay, I guess you had your family owned by people. And he thought about that. And he admitted, he goes, I was thinking about it. I'm sorry. I just came from a class where we studied slavery. And he was the first white person I saw. And I apologize, but I beat him into a coma. Yeah, that's enough for me. Case closed. This is Judge Warren. Bye. I'm arresting the white child. Do you know why? He should have known. He should have known. You have to be aware in college, son. I know you can't hear me because you're in a coma. But I hope your filthy parents can hear me. No, we can hear you, and we're the same politically. We are so mad at our son. and when he gets out of the vicious coma that he was justifiably beat into, we'll explain to him that you have to be aware if an African American has just been disrespected in the classroom next to you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for thinking logically. Not thinking illogically. Donald Trump, who had the opportunity to take a write-off legally and save money and did it. Not like that evil man. Do you know what he did? He waited till houses got cheaper and bought them and then sold them for more money. That evil man. What kind of a man does that? Your dad, Liz. Who paid for you to fucking go to college and become the cunt you are? Who paid for you to major in cunt licks? Daddy. You don't do that by giving everything away. Yeah, that poor kid. That poor kid was in slavery class.
Oh, God.
Maybe this is why that evil white jerk kid is in a coma. Maybe one of his family works at the local TV station that agreed to show Gone with the Wind that weekend. And maybe that poor African American kid saw Gone with the Wind and saw the biggest white movie star of the day, Gregory Peck, refer to someone who could have been his ancestor,
Clark Gable,
Clark Gable, as a dull-minded darky. What would you do? I know what I'd do. I'd find the first totally innocent white child with a great future ahead of him who minds his own business and actually has helped African Americans over the years in charity and whose father marched with Martin Luther King. I'd find him, and because I watched Gone with the Wind, beat him into a coma. That's what I'd do. Vote Warren Clinton. Terrible. Donald Trump has a bunch of people with families investing in his business, and he had the audacity to make sure he saved money so those people could make money. What an evil man. Again, I'll break character here. I'll break the fourth wall. There's a bunch of stuff we want to talk about, but Dan, it's in Dan's head. And he'll think of it when I think of it and blurt it out. No, I have to. The people mad at Trump for this tax thing is the most retarded. Does Hillary Clinton? Do you imagine the write-offs that foundation gives the Clintons? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? They've written off donations to fucking starving kids of Biafra. That's what you do in America. And it's a popular notion that the $1 billion, instead of giving it to the government, to do what with? Make sure they don't paint the bridge in St. Louis that just collapsed? Make sure every senator's a fucking got caviar at his barbecue? Oh, the corruption that still goes on. Give me a fucking break. Trump's a hero. He fucking took money from those dick licks. And look, maybe he's bullshitting, but he's a politician. Barack Obama might be the fucking most prolific bullshitter of all time. 2 words, whistleblower. Google it. See what Barack Obama promised about that. Cut the Snowden looking at condos in fucking Moscow. Oh, Jesus. I will fight for whistleblowers more than any other president ever. I'm Barack Obama. You're sworn in. Arrest every whistleblower.
He was supposed to be the most transparent president ever, he told us.
Yeah, well, listen.
He's hiding a lot of stuff.
Well, it was tougher to see through him. Yeah, most transparent president. Actually, the Secret Service did say this, that he is the easiest president to guard in a snowstorm. Ever.
Oh, God.
Now, these are just optics. Yeah, again, you would think politically... You would think if I was political, which I'm not, that I was like, based on the jokes I do, I'm Republican, all right? But no, it's just, I'm telling you, the comedy goes to making fun of the left. They are the most uptight now. Now, look, Trump is a treasure trove, too, but Trump he's easy. Like these liberal guys on HBO, like John Oliver. John Oliver is a talented guy, without question. You know, clearly a smart guy. He's a funny performer, man. The guy is a pro. I think, is that show live? I think it is, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, look, he nails it. I mean, you know, that's not easy to do when you do. Believe me, I've done them. You know, monologues right into a camera. And comedy, man, you stumble a little bit, you're done. And to do it live, it's ballsy, and he pretty much nails it every time. But I will say this: he's winning, like, you know, Peabody Awards for the you know, Trump. It's like Daniel Tosh, not an unfunny guy. Again, every time I put his show on, it's him and a German midget covered in Vaseline. I don't even, and you know what I do? When I don't see that, I put the Yankee Twins game back on. You know, I don't know what's going on there. It's always, every time I put Tosh on, it's always he's covered in Vaseline and he's trying to fit through something. And very condescending. Very condescending. I put him on one day and goes, "Yeah, new study shows if you don't have the new iPad yet, you're poor." Oh, and the laughs. That is what we call a hot audience.
Is he or is that a sound or laugh track? You think?
No, he's got an audience there.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, but there again. Like, you know, sometimes you just have like I'm proud of all of my Tonight shows. I think I genuinely am at least kind of funny. And my stand-up, when I did stand-up on there, I mean, I took that very seriously. That is the studio where Jimmy does the Tonight Show. Where, I mean, the star I walked out to, actually I think Jimmy has a clover because he's Irish. No, which is kind of a cool variant. I mean, Carson had a star. He walked out and did the monologue. But that's where Carson stood when it was in Tonight. It's actually that spot where I stood and did stand-up. That's pretty fucking cool, you know. And as a comic, I get a kick out of that. But that's what, you know, is known as a hot crowd, too. You know, I think I did good, but they were ready to laugh, and it was true with the sitcom. You know, when I was on the Norm show for 2 years at the Warner Brothers lot, you know, and these were audiences. I mean, we had about 500 people in there every Friday night to tape, and Norm and I, as stand-up comics, who, again, you travel around the country trying to make people laugh who are paying $14 for a Rolling Rock. I mean, that's hard. And, you know, we would look at the script on a Thursday after all the changes, and we'd be camera blocking, which means the script is set. You know, the cameras are set to where they're going to go when you say something, so there's no more improv shit. And me and Norm collectively would go, we think a group of people are collectively going to laugh. You know, it was horrid, some of it. And then we realized these people don't care because they will just add a laugh track. That's what sitcoms are. That's all. Pick your favorite one. Because when you go to a sitcom taping, you're not watching a sitcom. You're watching a sitcom get taped. You're watching the taping of something. That's what you're witnessing. You're not witnessing the actual show. So you see all the scars, which is kind of cool too, though. You know, you see the retakes and the blow lines and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, they just edit it and they'll cut in lines. And you realize these laugh tracks, a lot of them are recorded in the 30s. These are dead people laughing. Think about that. A lot of these laugh tracks, they don't get updated. You know, I knew this from a guy who worked at the company. There was a whole company in L.A., the people that are employed out there for ridiculous shit. Like in Annie Hall, when he says to the guy, give me a big laugh here. And
a guffaw.
Right. He's telling the guy with a switch how to laugh at his stuff. How to make the computer laugh at his shit. We're driving through plutonium, Mac. Oh, don't tell me you're going to use the shower now. I'm going to be late for the robbery. You know what? I mean, where's my shirt for the robbery? What shirt were you going to wear? I was going to wear my light blue. I'm washing it. Why are you washing it? I washed it because it was dirty. What are the other guys wearing? I don't know. Well, call them and ask. I'm not calling them. Well, what are you gonna wear? Wear a gray one. I'm not wearing gray to a bank robbery. Why not? No one wears gray to a bank robbery. The guys will make fun of me. It's in poor taste. That's from Take the Money and Run. Woody Allen's first. Lately, I can't stop doing it. I mean, think about it, that's his first movie, and that's what else I want to talk about. Woody Allen. Woody Allen's prolific. Because we were talking about that today. Once again, I believe you did write that down. And then, yeah, there's no one as prolific as Woody Allen. Nobody.
Amazing.
No, nobody. He's okay. Cafe Society. I saw that. I was in a hotel room for. What do I care? I'm banging this Portuguese woman. There's no way she listens. There's no way she listens to the show. There's no way. No way. There's no way. I met her outside the Anthony Cumia show. I thought she was involved with the porn star who cut my hair on DirecTV. The clip of that. What's funny about it is Mike Pachetti, enormous head with a confused look on his face. His face is always confused looking. His hair lip goes up on that KFC bucket head of his. And he always looks like someone just told him his father left for good. Dad's not coming back. Huh?
Oh, Mike, we love you.
He always looks like someone just said to him, "Your Instagram's canceled."
We can't find your sizzle reel.
Could you imagine losing his sizzle reel? For non-showbiz types out there, sizzle reel is it's your hottest clips. It's the clip. You use everything you've done in your career, movies, TV. And, someone seeing your elbow in a commercial, then you say you can't talk about it. Audie, my elbow's in a commercial. It comes out in November. The right part of my filthy elbow. Mike, by the way, has won the dirtiest elbow in Staten Island. That's a tough contest to win. Dirtiest elbow in Staten Island contest. He's won 8 straight years. Right elbow. Half of his filthy right elbow is in a Pepsi commercial for a millisecond. And he shot it. He's not an extra. His elbow's an extra. That's what I am in Jungle Fever. When I told you I was an extra one time, I never went back. I said I'm never going to be an extra again. I was in a real crack house in Harlem on 136 and Lenox watching Sam Jackson and a very young Halle Berry. Yes. You see my left arm. You see my left arm. And Spike Lee came out. His only direction to us was, "I want you to get CIS." You know what that is? No. Crack-induced stupid. That's what he said. The auteur. And I was trying to do it. It was embarrassing. It was a chick that was kind of cute. It was really getting crack-induced stupid. And, Mike is looking at me getting my hair cut, and he looks like just confused. He doesn't know the camera's on him, and his lip goes up. It's like someone's got a fishing ring, a fishing line on his lip, and he keeps pulling it up, and he's like. So his lip is somehow up, defying gravity. By the way, defying gravity. And you say, "Mike, is everything all right?" Audie, I'm fine. No, but so a sizzle reel is like your latest, hottest clips. Like you had a big 3-episode arc on the big fag theory, and you add that. That's the thing about a sizzle reel; it changes. If you're sizzling, it'll change. So, again, the wonderful, wonderful world of Mike Pachetti. The reason being his friend. This story is the reason being his friend is so wonderful. It's so wonderful. I was kind of bored. I had been on the wagon for 38 minutes, and I'm watching TV. This is only 9 years ago. I'm on Stern. I'd be, up early the next day. It's like having a fucking paper out. Only part of that show that even remotely felt like work, because the rest was just a blast. It was getting up at 5:30. In the beginning, I was anal at 4:45 in the morning. The rest was like throwing spitballs in class. It was just so much fun. But, it's the reason they pay you $900,000 a year. By the way, Span just stole the base, and Reyes couldn't get it down. In a highlight, they're calling up in Bristol, Connecticut, at Sports Center, Spick and Span. So, let's see you fucking edgy people at Sports Center. Let's see you edgy, sarcastic pundits up there. Go that fucking way. There's a guy on the San Francisco, African American gentleman. His last name is Span, and Jose Reyes came over to guard the base when he stole the base. And for a while, Jose Reyes and Span are in the same shot. And if they had any balls at Sports Center, one of those pundits would go, "Here we go, Sports Center Live, and here it is, down to second base. Spick and Span. Spick and Span. Spick and Span."
I'm sure we'll hear that at 9:02 a.m. on the Dan Patrick Show tomorrow.
Yeah. Spick and Span. Spick and Span with a whiff. Yeah. Spick and Span with a whiff. This just in, a Sports Center pundit was drunk in Chicago and punched a woman in the face. What? That's just it. Stuff happens. Stuff happens. It's a crazy world. Even some of the most moral people who you think are funny. People you know just to be like solid people. People who could never do something that would make Bill Murray or David Letterman hate their guts.
People who lecture other people about
Yes. Yes.
acts of violence.
Yes. Of course. What a catch by Grandersloot. He might have just saved the fucking game for the Mets. That was a Willie Mays type catch by Granderson, who's a nice guy, by the way. I love Granderson.
Chicago guy.
Oh, stop it.
He is.
Well, he moved to the big city. Like you.
Let me see. Oh, nice.
He doesn't make that catch. It's 3-0 Spick and Span. Doesn't make that catch. Yeah. Span was scoring, dude. No, in all seriousness, we got the Met game on mute. And during the commercial, it just went to a... Oh, my God. It's an overrated show. The red-haired guy who bangs the fat fruit on Modern Family. You know the guy? The redhead guy? The Modern Family has, they have everything. That's the premise. There's a gay guy, black guy, whatever. Because that happens a lot. No, actually, the people I respect like it. I haven't watched the full episode yet. I'm busy.
You're in a hotel room with a Portuguese chick. That's
Well, listen, if she wanted to watch it, I watch it. Apparently, she doesn't like it either. She likes Spanish soap operas. She likes Spanish soap operas and fucking the Home Shopping Network. Look at that dropping hits. Look at that bracelet. Yeah. What about it? Did you know Joan Rivers? No. Well, kinda. Oh, was she nice? No. She's a vile cunt. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe if the room wasn't $480 a fucking night.
So she was not a friend of the porn star at Anthony Cumia?
We don't know for sure.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of mystery that I like. Put it this way. There's a lot of mystery. I hate that I even know her last name. There's a lot of mystery that I like being a mystery. And look, you could say that you're being just a rude prick for not getting out of the house, and letting me do something. But I like that.
I've told you.
The last one, the girl,
Right.
Yeah, I would like to have brought her here.
Oh.
I would have. She deserved it. She deserved it. She thought it was odd, and she was right to break up with me, even though I didn't know we were going out. I said, we were steadies? That was so funny. She waits till I get the room. I mean, bring it up. I mean, I was upset about this. I mean, I would have taken you there, but he's there all the time.
Oh, that is so unfair.
You are, though. Go out and get activities. I mean, you know, I feel like I'm watching your waist. It's sad.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I mean, you have activities, but how come they never coincide with one of these chicks?
You tell me.
I called you. It's so ridiculous. I call you. You're out for 8 hours. I call you. What are you doing? I'm kept walking home. You are. You are. And you're like, yeah, how far away? And you go, like, 3 blocks. Like, oh God, what fucking luck!
I said you would. I would go to see a
I
movie.
feel terrible. You go see a movie.
What's big? I love
It
movies.
sucks when you go to a movie that you hate movies. You hate every movie you see. You go because you like hating them. Terrible. I saw the new Jason Biggs
I go
comedy.
because I get to eat in the dark.
Oh, stop. What? Shut the lights off here. Eat in the dark all the time. That room is always dark. You look like you're fucking goddamn, doing film work. Developing a Polaroid. Any millennials get that? No. Developing film is obsolete fucking shit.
Oh, my dad was a photographer. We had that shit in our basement.
Nobody
It smelled.
cares. The tangent. What smell? The shit you dip it in?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, really?
My dad was a wedding photographer.
I know, you told me. I know, it was in your basement. Why didn't he put it in my see, guys? Dude, that's the thing, man. He's got the first dime he ever made. He's one of those fucking dagos. That's what I got uncles like that. They fucking do that. They save their money. You're going to get the mother load.
Oh, yeah.
The mother load. The mother load. No, the red-haired guy came out and I was like, ugh. Because there's a fat guy and a fat gay guy and a single gay guy, like a thinner one. And they live together. And that's the premise. Don't you watch it?
No.
Well, that's the premise. You could live vicariously for me. And the one show I saw, they were all nervous because someone got something on the jacket. I forget. It was great, though. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. The Met fans that are wearing Thor shirts right now.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, it's killing me. They have the hammer. They have that thing he swings.
That's why we have to win. I can't
They have that
take it.
thing he swings.
I can't take it. Please.
What kind of a man? What is that thing? I was on Kimmel with Thor. It was the latest person I had to follow on the couch. Jesus. What's the matter, Jim? I'm not one of the gang? No, Artie, you're not. Okay, fine. Just asking.
You left the barbecue early.
I am not one of the gang. I'm not. That became a whole gang. How did that become a gang right from under my feet? They have a Jennifer Aniston. There's a whole gang out there. Oh wait, I got one of my high school friends. I have to get a hotel room tonight. I can't even get into it. I can't even get into it. Well, this is the same show. We've been talking a long time, but we had Mount Boredom, right?
Right,
Boredom. That's
yes.
our new innovation. As you'll hear. Can't wait for you guys to hear the show. The first half before Mario really made an offensive outburst and left, yelling at everybody. I apologize. We had to take a break, but he'll be back. I talked to him today. He'll be back. Calm him down. Talk a little bit about the business.
He sent an apology edibles.
Yeah, he did.
Amazing edibles, whatever they're called.
Yeah, which is basically someone sent him a bunch of them. He's got the first time he ever spent. He yells and screams, makes a scene. It's so awkward, and then he goes, "Dan, can I get the Uber money?"
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and you give it to him. That's what happened.
Adi told me.
Instead of writing down stuff for me to talk about.
Adi told me.
I was going to bring up Cafe Society. Oh, my God, what bullshit. It's so insulting to my intelligence. It's so insulting. And then the liberal agenda. The liberal agenda. You have to see what he's pushing now, man. Like this show influences anything. You probably want to feel so important because
I-
the show I produce will not advocate the election of a monster.
I pick the stories for entertainment and fun value.
You ready? Here we go. Yeah.
That's all I pick them for.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. Yeah. Governor Pence pushes gun agenda while Indiana burns. What? What? Trump's son says he'll win for Trump's son defends outbursts and crazy tirade.
You tweet at 3 a.m. also, just like Donald. So that's why I
I don't even
printed that
I don't
story.
know what you're talking about.
He's Eric.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But what you just said makes no sense. I'm not running for president.
I pick.
Canadian.
I only pick stories for
No,
entertainment
you
value.
pick left story.
No, I do
and the
not.
fact that you think that's going to get over me too is fucking insulting. I am not going to be a part of electing a monster. There's a big barbecue at Amy Poehler's house that I'm going to. I'm invited. Because of my liberal politics, I'm invited.
I don't know who I'm voting for yet because I haven't been told by Leonardo DiCaprio who I should vote for.
Oh, yeah, no, just don't vote. This shit must be serious.
I think he did something for Hillary today.
Eat her out.
As the remnant.
Hey, Leonardo, it's me. It's Hillary. You see my big chompers? Do you think I can blow ya? Oh, I need some cock. You think I could blow ya? Do you think I give as good a blowjob as Barre Raffaele? Huh? Hey, Leonardo, are you an Italian? My campaign manager says I should like Italians today. We're at the National Labor Union of Italians. Look at my big choppers, Leonardo. Hey, I was rooting for you not to drown at that on the ship. Remember when you drowned with the English girl on the ship? She seemed kind of hoary. I'm for women's issues. Hey, Leonardo, for some ridiculous reason, you're into the earth. Yeah, I can see why when you have a life like you have, you're worried about what's going to happen 8,000 years from now. You're worried that it's going to be the earth. Yeah, when you're a big movie star doing blow-off supermodels' asses in between winning Oscars, I could see why you would give a flying fat fuck about the fact that in 400 years, Philadelphia is going to be 2 degrees warmer. You weirdo. That is weird. Excuse me. Who fucking put into Leonardo DiCaprio's head? He's a little too into the earth. It's a way to get a private jet to fuck chicks on. You know how many times he's probably gotten a Blumpkin on the Greenpeace jet? And flushed his shit out all over the fucking planes? You know how many times a fucking whore ruined the ozone layer with hairspray? Just to make sure he picked her? While he walks out because he's shooting the Revenant, he looks like a fucking homeless guy from 1841 with fucking Tom Hardy's bite marks on him because he's a fucking real actor. Yeah, it's doesn't wash because he wants to identify with his character, the Remnant. And you got the Remnant, what the fuck it is? And then, and you're on the Greenpeace jet flying to some event. Why does he give a fuck? Why does he give a fuck if glaciers are melting? That's what they do. Do you know when climate change started? The second after God said, I'm done. It gets hot, it gets cold, it gets hot. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, do you realize that the Atlantic Ocean, we have research. First of all, they don't. We have research that in the year 2841, the Atlantic Ocean, you won't be able to water ski in like this one area by the glaciers. Yeah, okay. What? Well, here's my other friend, Bill Maher, to explain. Let me explain it. I'll explain, Leo. You're stupid. Okay? Is Leo stupid? Sure. Am I the only smart person in the room? Yes. listen to me. Give money to this cause, or you're stupid. Sure, yeah. Give your money to Joel Osteen. Do you know how much of an asshole Bill Maher must be? He gave Barack Obama $1 million. Do you know what that was? That was not. Here, I hope you win. That was. Here's $1 million. Please do my show. That was do you know how left wing he got him elected? He must be such a prick. Where Barack Obama's. This conversation had to happen. This is how much of a dick Bill Maher must be. This conversation happened. Barack, listen, no entertainer has ever done this before. We get a few grand. Even Clooney throws you like $4,000, whatever. Bill Maher just gave us $1 million. So I mean, listen. I have your schedule next time you go out to LA. You're literally doing a cooking show. You're making potato pancakes with Rachel Ray. You're having dinner with Anthony Bourdain on camera. You're doing Kimmel. You're reading mean tweets with Kimmel. You're doing Mark Maron's show in his basement. You're going to a fucking comic. You're going to a road comics basement. You're going to a guy who has a spot at fucking the Laugh Factory Tuesday night at 11. You're going to a guy who's having. Mark's a great guy, but he's having trouble this weekend selling out Giggles. Okay? He's having trouble selling out the Late Show at Giggles. You're going to his basement. We sent the advance team. We spent $800,000 to advance his basement. It's 400 degrees out right now. It's in the valley. We're going there. It's not air conditioned. For him for Mark to ask you the same questions people have been asking you since the late 30s. Okay? This is all costing us money. There's one guy who has given you $1 million. He's got a beautiful, beautiful, safe, air-conditioned studio. He will kiss your ass like it's never been kissed before. He will lick your ass so fucking hard, it'll be white. You'll have a white ass. And $1 million. Even in the letter he goes, it doesn't even have to be for the campaign. Do what you want with it. Take Michelle and the kids to fucking Barbados. You just got to come here for 10 minutes. So I could say you came here. Tell him no, we have to go to... Tell him no, we promised we'd introduce Mark at Giggles. Why? Because why don't you want to go? He gave us $1 million. We're doing every show on the planet. You're taping an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, I know. It's really looking bad. Like it looks like you hate him. I do. Why? What happened? What happened? Well, I was next to him in the same room once for 30 seconds. What? Yeah. Like most people, who hate him. Here's the reason. I met him. Here's the problem. Yeah, I would go. I know he said $1 million, and I'm doing every other show. I'm literally doing I'm going to a guy named Mark Maron's basement. I'm cooking field cutlets with Rachel Ray. Oh, it's great.
He was on some fish and wildlife show where he was eating raw Obama.
I'm actually going to the fucking the most dangerous part of the Atlantic Ocean with the dead people. What's it called? The fucking the boat show where they're out on the fucking Seattle.
Oh,
shit,
I can't remember. Yeah.
It's on that. I'm doing celebrity rehab with Dennis Rodman. I agreed to hold the bucket while Rodman throws up. Dennis Rodman is going to throw up on Heidi Fleiss, and I'm going to hold her hair. Or his hair. So there's no time to do more? No. Listen, he just sent another $1 million over. It's $2 million. The second million is secret. Really? Okay, take it. Take the second $1 million. He doesn't want you to go. Yeah, you don't want to do it. And why? Why don't you like him? I met him. I met him. I'm the only black person he's ever met who he didn't pay to blow him. Well, actually, that's the reason Mark paid him. He's used to paying black people. He's used. You know what? That's why Barack's fucking him. I'm used to paying black people to fuck me. Bill Maher, there's a big rumor. I'm gonna give you the insight on this. There's a rumor in Hollywood that he fucks. Bill Maher loves black hookers. That's a rumor. So he paid Barack Obama, and Barack Obama's just doing what other black people do. He's fucking them. Oh, that's great. That's the funniest thing we've ever thought of. I'm dropping the mic on that one.
No, you break the mic.
Asshole. I'm not going to do it. I can't go on anymore. Mount Boredom is my favorite thing, though. My point is, this whole soliloquy was in the first part of the show, Mount Boredom. You'll hear a lot more about Boredom with Mario. That was my favorite thing. But I was going to talk about Vince Scully, and I will. You know what? I don't have the energy. There's time. Playoffs are. Vince Scully called his last game, man, and God, it made me cry. What a throwback! It's just not. It's not the same, man. And he was welling up while he was saying goodbye. What a pro! They don't make him like that anymore. I was doing stand up in Dearborn, Michigan, and I was at a beautiful Ritz-Carlton they put me at. And at some of those Ritz-Carltons, they have an executive part of the floor. If you have a room on that floor, there's a meeting area because you pay more, where it's like beautiful breakfast you can have privately with other people who want to be amongst white people and eat breakfast. It's Dearborn, Michigan, not me. Very separated up there. There was a game the night before, a night game at 8 o'clock. There was a night game that night. So he probably got done calling the game around 11, went to his room, got some sleep, and woke up the next day. We didn't have to be at the ballpark till 7:30 that night. So there's a lot of time to kill. He was up at 11 a.m. with a suit on. A suit, tailored suit, shaven, perfect hair, like a gentleman. A gentleman. Having tea and reading the paper, reading the sports page, looking at the box scores. And come on. You think Jim Rome's going to be doing that?
No.
Dude, Fitzgerald. Hey, man. Yeah, what's up, kid? I got an energy drink out that I invested in. Yeah, no, we got a startup about it. We'd love to have the Vinster on it. Can we use it? No.
The Vinster.
That's not what he's doing. No, he's not doing that. Hey, dude, ad campaign. We're tying in my show with Fast and Furious 7. And Vin Diesel can come on. Yeah, you want to have Vin Diesel on? Talk about... No, I don't. I'm Vince Scully. You're a dick. I'll have more detail, but I had a gig the night before. I got home at about 5 a.m. I smelled like White Castle and Asian hooker. And I didn't even shower. I was scratching my ass as I walked up and down the buffet.
Oh, God.
I picked up a bun with the hand I scratched my ass with because the other hand was shaking the hand of Vince Scully.
Oh, God.
He said, sit down with me, buddy. Because I told him I was a baseball fan. And I looked, I'm trying to describe how I looked. Dan said the singer Tiny Tim lived in his car for 9 months. Around month 8, I looked like Tiny Tim. Around month 8, coming out of the car one morning on a humid day. Humid day. That's what I looked like. Vince Scully looked like Vince Scully. That's what my grandfather was like. He always looked good. He always had a suit on, like a gentleman. Fought for this country. Was in a prison camp. Fought for this fucking country.
Built things.
I'm calling Mario Bosco. Retarded because he has a birth defect. And I dwarf his income. Yeah. I sat down, had a couple of scrambled eggs and a muffin with Vince Scully. It's one of the best things. I went back to my room, and I got the paper in his honor, and while I took a shit, read the entire... I kept going, God, Vince Scully, man. While the hooker said, "You said the money's in the wallet?" "No, under the TV guide."
Oh, God.
"The money's under the TV guide." "Who was that old guy you were talking to?" "I had to wait because you were talking to him." Yeah. Why don't you go fuck yourself? When you get a chance, why don't you go to the window, open it, and get out? We're on the 18th floor, you fucking hooker. More about the great Vince Scully. Just again, he made me cry. He was crying while he was saying goodbye. "Hey, Vin, sorry to interrupt your goodbye at Cherry Road. Yeah, I don't know if you remember, you agreed to this in Dearborn, Michigan 10 years ago. Yeah, energy drink, monster trucks, yeah, me and the Skullster." Think about how hated Bill Maher is, people. Barack Obama has done all you need is a camera, he'll show up. All Barack Obama needs is a goddamn motherfucking working camera. Flies can be flying around him, like an Anthony Bourdain. He went to Vietnam. Vietnam? To have to eat raw squid. To eat something that you give most people hepatitis C. With Anthony Bourdain. It cost him money. Bill Maher's giving him $1 million.